So the big question is this. How entrepreneurs like us who have been breaking with old beliefs, like the idea of holding a 9-to-5 job and living paycheck to paycheck, taking a lifetime to reach business and life success as the only option we have? How do we grow our business in a way that lets us highly service our customers, getting our products and services and the things that we believe in out into the world without diluting our life but enhancing it and taking the journey of internal and external growth? That is the question, and this podcast will give you the answer. Your host is Marina Simon, and welcome to 10 Exit. Life and business as usual? Never again.
Hi guys. Well, it's important maybe to make a point if we find something in life that makes an impact on us. And I was flying. I've been flying a lot recently, and I was watching a movie, right? God, what was the name of the movie? I can't believe it. I forgot. It's about these two car makers. It's Ford against... I forgot. I can't believe it. It's an Italian brand. Okay. So basically, I remember the name of the movie, but basically it's about this Italian brand, right? Of car, which is a racing car, and it's made on hand, and it's outstanding, right? But they make a very, very small amount, and they keep on winning a race in France. And but then Henry Ford II gets into a competition with these guys, and the point of the cycle is, when I was watching it, I realized something, right? Since I was a kid, there were always rules. Rules in the house, rules at school, things that you can and cannot do, which of course set the pace for a society and the way a society should operate. If there weren't rules, it would be a pure anarchy, which is not something that we want. But at the same time, when you're growing up, at least it happened to me, that at the beginning I thought, there's no way I can do things if the rules tell me I cannot. I'm going to give you an example. When I was applying to different schools, I wasn't the best student when I was very young. Then I became the best student later on in life. But at the beginning, it was just a struggle for me. I didn't enjoy school. I didn't understand. It was rough. So I remember, there was a university I really wanted to get in. And I applied, and I flunked. I had to do my test for application, right? It was in Mexico City. And it was the best university in economics. And it was the only university I applied because I was going to go in. And what was my beautiful surprise was that I did not go in, that I flunked the test. So that was kind of like the beginning. It's like if you don't pass the test, you can't get in, right? I guess my point with all this rambling is that if I would have been taught when I was young that, of course, there's rules, they're important, but there's nothing that can stop your goals, not even the rules of the game. If your goals are survival enough, I'm not saying doing something that is not going to help or that's not going to create survival in the rest of areas of life, right? If you have the goal to go and do drugs and the law says don't do drugs, well, it would be not smart to do drugs. What I'm talking about is when you have high expectations and high goals for yourself, and sometimes the rules of the game doesn't allow you to get in. I started learning late in life, around 17 years old, that that's not the case. You can always get what you want. I've always been a rebel. I've always been a revolutionary in a way that I don't always agree on the rules and the standards of society. I like understanding why. And when that makes sense, I flow power to that. But when it doesn't make sense, I have struggled following something. It doesn't make sense to me, right? So my point is, I remember flunking, and I was devastated because that was the only university I applied to. And what I did was, I went and make an appointment with the person on applications, and I say, listen, my name is such and such. I love this career, and I love this school, and it is the only university I applied to, and I want you to give me a shot. If I don't get the highest grades on this first semester, you have the whole right to get me out of the school, but I want you to give me a shot, right? And guess what happened? I got in. And guess what happened the first semester? I got high grades, and I applied myself. So the next thing that happened was that my father was used to pay for the school, right? And all of a sudden, we have a difference of opinions, and he stopped paying for the school. So I was off school for around 2 years, and then I went to public school and whatever. It wasn't a good experience, at least in my area. And I wanted to get back. There's no way if you don't pay for school, they're going to get you back. But what I did again, I went and talked, and I said, guys, I really want you to give me an opportunity to be here, and I will pay you as soon as I start working. And guess what happened? They did that. So I guess my point, if we were to be taught early enough in life that rules exist, yeah, they exist because it's important to have rules in a society in order to not have anarchy and have order. Order is important in a group. However, when you're young, you also need to understand that the rules are made for putting order, but they're not there to stop you, to stop your dreams. I am of the viewpoint that sometimes you might be needing to bend or to do some stuff in order to get your goals done. However, not destroying and making something that is not right. But what I'm saying, when you have a big goal in life, or it's important for you, and the rule tells you you can't, you fail the test, you can't get in, or, you need to pay and you can't do it, or whatever, right? So, going back to the movie, funny enough, they thought they will never do a fast car. They would never thought that they were going to break certain speed on the lap. They thought that, the Italians had this amazing car that it was Ferrari. Ferrari was the car. And they thought that, Enzo Ferrari, that's right. So, and they thought that they were never, the US guys, Americans thought that they were never going to beat the Italians. But guess what? It took two people to think different and work at it. And they beat it, and they did a world record, right? And they won that race that year. So it's just something that it sticks with me because we're always searching for something. We're always in a game of life. We always have our big goals and our purposes. And it's up to us, when really we have the passion, what takes us there is our creativity, our way of knowing that life is a game. And if we want to win that part of it, we need to be creative at it. But there's never a time when you cannot do something about it, except when somebody's dead. I hope you enjoy it.
Thanks for joining us today on 10 Exit. Life and business as usual? Never again. We love always hearing from you. Please feel free to send Marina an email, marina@marinasimonbrand.com. Your input and comments are always welcome, the good, the bad, and the ugly. And if you like the podcast, you can always subscribe to it. Remember, the best way to predict the future is to create it.